Virgo, welcome to your monthly reading. We're going to get into it and see what you need to know when it comes to the month ahead, okay? You know that feeling when you feel like a bug is on you or you feel like something is biting you and you find out it's a mosquito, bop, hit it off you or smack it or whatever. And then there's times where, I don't know why I'm stuttering. Then there's times where you feel like something is on you or something is crawling on you, but it's just your hair. And you're like, oh, whew, relief. Or there are times where you feel that feeling and that sensation that something is crawling on you or there's water dripping down on you or something like that, but it's really nothing. I got that sensation at the beginning of your reading. So I don't know what that means, because with the mosquito example, it's like you feel something and you were right and you see it and then you deal with it immediately. Mosquito, bop, slap it, right? With the hair situation where you like, oh, is it a spider on me or something crawling on me, but it's actually your hair. It's like, yes, you felt it and it was valid, but it wasn't what you thought it was. And then the situation where you feel it and you touch your arm or something like that, but there's nothing really there. It was kind of more so like a mental sensation. I feel like that with you. Like there could be a situation, Virgo, that you're dealing with where there's either three options. You either sense and feel something and then you get confirmation that you were accurate and it was true, number one, or number two, you sense and you feel something and then it's like you were accurate, you were feeling what you were feeling and you were sensing what you were sensing, but it wasn't what you thought it was, or the cause wasn't for the reason that you thought it was. Or number three, you sense and you feel something that you think is there that's not actually there. So I'm not sure which one you're dealing with or which situation you fall into, but that's the feeling that I was getting at the beginning of your reading. Anyway, thank you guys for being here. I hope these messages help you. Don't bring anything into your life, Virgo, that does not belong. Y'all do me a favor, like and subscribe to continue to catch the vibe. Thank you guys so much. Any of my services are linked below on my website in the description box with the website link. So check out my services, you guys. I do have a lot that I offer. Hope to see you there. Okay, what was that? Don't take the bait and the lovers. Wow, okay. Yeah. Get in the comments. Let me know if it resonates. There's this new feature on YouTube where you can hype up a video. That would help me out so much, you guys. I would really appreciate it if you could hype up my video. I appreciate all of your support. Let's go ahead and get into it for Virgo, guardian angels, archangels, spirit guides, and ancestors of the highest vibration, Father, Mother, God, for the month ahead. What is the message for Virgo? Ooh, learning and forgiving. Interesting. I feel like some of you guys need to, I can't tell you what you need to do, but with that, don't take the bait and lovers. I feel like someone is loving on you, doting on you, possibly apologizing to you in order for you to forgive them. And that's the way that they're baiting you, kind of to take them back or to bring them back in. You know? And it kind of feels like what I was explaining earlier about the sensations. It's like the first time you handle a person or the first time you're in close proximity to a person or in a situation, whatever it is, friendship, romantic, platonic, family, professional. It's like, my bad. The first time you feel something going on, you feel a sensation going on in the connection, but you don't really have any proof or you don't see anything there. So you're like, maybe I was tripping. Then the second time you feel that same sensation, but then maybe this person explains it away and you think, I felt the sensation, but it's not what I thought it was, or at least so you think. And then the third time, which is the charm, is when you feel that sensation again and then you smack the mosquito. In essence, you finally get the proof that something was crawling on you, something was biting you, and you had to nip it in the bud. And I think that's kind of what some of you guys could be dealing with. And I just feel like Spirit is trying to kind of like help you not to be baited into deceiving yourself or allowing someone else to deceive you. They don't want you to be lulled to sleep by the false sense of security or someone being apologetic or someone who wants to convince you of something that's either not there or convince you that something is not there when it really is. Lovers is at the bottom. And choose wisely. So you're going to have a decision that you need to make at some point this month. And Spirit is telling you to choose wisely when it comes to making this decision. 21 is a 3, 13 is a 4, and 24 is 6. You're definitely going to have to make a decision about a relationship, about the way that you want to go. And I feel like your spirit team is trying to urge you to make the decision that's best for you. You can only love someone as much as they love you back or they love themselves, right? You can't love someone into loving themselves. You can't love someone into loving you back. You can't support someone so much to where they support you back if they really don't want to. It's kind of like that. There's definitely a relationship here or a group dynamic that's in the forefront. And I feel like because you are someone who is very loving and understanding, you definitely love hard. You definitely put yourself in other people's shoes. You definitely want to come to resolutions with people and resolve conflicts with people. But I feel like Spirit is saying, hey, you're going to need to choose wisely as you move forward, because there's a connection here that's worth you keeping around, and there's a connection here that's not worth you keeping around. Okay, what else for Virgo? Ooh, bitch, look at the card. False mask in reverse. The mask is falling off. I feel like Spirit is trying to get you this month. They're trying to help you to understand that when you see someone's true colors, even if you may understand them, it doesn't mean you have to stay around them and subject yourself to their bullshit, okay? Theft and relocation. Somebody could have definitely stolen something from you or was being deceptive in some way, shape, or form. I think there is a deception card in this deck. So this is specifically someone who could have stolen from you or tried to take something away from you to put you at a detriment. Block your eyes, distract you, conceal what they were doing. And now their false mask is coming off. You may be about to move or relocate in the near future as well. That could be something that's on your mind this month, is like a move or relocation. Okay. I also feel like because you could be realizing someone's mask is falling off, you want to relocate or like move away from them, create distance from them. Okay. So Spirit, what is the message for Virgo? What is the situation and the message for Virgo this month? Oh my God. Child, the devil. Could be Capricorn energy, possibly. Doesn't have to be. Someone is codependent. Someone is very obsessive. Someone is attached. You may be dealing with a Taurus, or you may want to go watch that Taurus reading. Someone is like toxic as well. They have bad habits. Yeah, 7 of Wands. Justice. It would serve you well to protect yourself against this person. It would serve you well to block this person. You don't have to feel bad about doing this. I feel like you're being warned about someone's toxic, inconsistent, imbalanced behavior. You didn't expect to become so attached to this person. You didn't expect to have so much in common with this person. You maybe didn't expect to be so attracted to somebody with the Lovers. But that's what happened. And I feel like they're either doing something unexpected that you don't see coming, or they did something in the past that you're finding out about now that you didn't see them as capable of doing. Or they're, there's just this weird ambush type of energy. Okay. I feel like you also need to protect yourself in legal contracts with the justice that came out with the Seven of Wands. You need to possibly protect yourself legally from someone trying to attach to you or connect to you or sink their claws into whatever you got going on. You know? You know them stories of people who end up like swooping in and taking somebody's house up out from under them, or, you know, taking possession of somebody's property, and it's like a sneaky way. That's the type of vibe that I'm getting here. Like squatters. Someone could be homeless. You may need to protect your physical home because there are squatters or homeless people who are maybe trying to live in your backyard or in a shed that you got out back or something. I don't know. What's the devil? I just heard Lord be a fence. Some of y'all may literally need to put up a fence. I'm not joking. Six of Pentacles. Death card. King of Swords. There's definitely a legal attachment here. There's something about maybe a lawyer. You may need to speak to a lawyer. There's something about court, legal documents, contracts. With the Death card, maybe you're waiting to receive some type of communication from a lawyer or some type of communication legally that you've been waiting on. I feel like you're about to see, with the Death card, it's like you're about to see the aftermath, or you're about to see what's been going on in the dark. It's coming to the light. And I feel like Spirit wants you to prioritize what you know. I feel like somebody is trying to play games. They're trying to play some type of games and only give you bits and pieces of information. But as the situation transpires, you're starting to get more and more information that you didn't expect to get or find out about somebody. This could be a background check. Wheel of Fortune just popped out. Yes, as this shift, as this change takes place, you're finding out more and more things that you didn't expect to find out about someone, and you're seeing how calculated or toxic or codependent that they really are. Somebody may have had a lot of like criminal issues or legal issues in the past. You may be doing a background check on their record. You might see somebody changing right before your eyes. And you see how every day they become more aggressive, or every day they become more accusatory of you. Every day it's like their mask continues to slip until it completely falls off. And I feel like you're doing research, or you're possibly waiting for some type of prior research to come back, and all the dots are just starting to fall into place and kind of like connect in this situation. Queen of Wands and the Six of Cups. Yeah. You're starting to feel more and more exposed or vulnerable to someone's behavior. You're starting to feel less and less protected. I feel like some of you guys are very confident, and you know that things are going to work out in your favor, because whenever you've been in situations like this, it's always worked out in your favor. You've always been protected. You know that Spirit, Source, God, whoever you pray to has your back, and you know you don't need to worry. But I do feel like you're getting this, you're getting this intuitive, instinctive desire to protect yourself, because you're starting to feel exposed, or you're starting to feel less protected in a situation. I just feel like Spirit is trying to tell you to be careful who you forgive and keep around in your life. What's the Six of Pentacles? Seven of Wands. See what I'm saying? I feel like you also weren't expecting to get some type of money or resources or payment for something. And somebody could be sticking around because it benefits them to stay attached to you. Yeah, Tower. You didn't expect to receive payment for some work that you did. I feel like you did this in the past, probably, possibly. I also feel like you need to insulate something, or there's something going on under your house, like the foundation. I don't know if homeless people are like crawling under your house in the crawl space, squatting, but there's something about the foundation that needs to be reinforced. Because I feel like it would benefit you later. You may live in an area that has a lot of like storms, whether it's tornadoes, hurricanes, tsunamis, rain, a lot of rain and flooding, you know. But there's something about how you need to reinforce the foundation of something, because it's like all of a sudden you may feel the burden of something financially happening because a change has been taking place over time, like corrosion or erosion. And I don't know if this is a metaphor for a connection that you have, or if it's physically your house. It feels like it's physically your house. There could be a storm coming that spirit really wants you to be prepared for. So they're telling you to invest in the protection now. I don't know what this is, but that's what I'm feeling. What's the Wheel of Fortune? Oh my God. Eight of Pentacles reversed. Nine of Wands. I feel like this is heavy, or it's pressure, or it's like a burden or something. Nine of Wands, Eight of Swords. Fear, intimidation, anxiety, possible abuse, exhaustion. Like you could be feeling physically exhausted because you're nervous that you haven't found a job or that you're not working. But I don't think that's you. It feels like you're feeling the pressure and intuitively picking up on someone else's stress. I don't know what this is. But if you are struggling to find a job, or you're concerned about whether or not you're going to be able to find a job, I feel like there is a shift taking place. Something about what's going on right now is it's destined. It's the universe working. You can't really control it. You just have to try to manage and balance it as best as you can. And you have to get control of the fear and anxiety, because all that's going to do is make you more drained and exhausted, and make you less capable to handle what you need to handle and stay on task. It's going to make you more distracted. There could be somebody who is bombarding you with like decisions or thoughts or whatever. They could just be bombarding you with things, and it's making you feel drained. This could be at your job. You could be thinking about like job security because you feel like your position may be eliminated soon. It's like this is the type of energy, like you sense a change coming, and you know that it may not be pretty. And I feel like you can sense that you need to protect yourself. And I really feel like you guys don't want to focus too much on it. You're trying not to focus too much on it. You want to kind of relax. And I think that you are protected. Like if you do get laid off, or you do lose your job, or a storm comes through, I don't think that it's going to be extremely devastating. But I also feel like that's why you're getting the nudges now. That's why your instincts and the hairs on the back of your neck are popping up, and you're getting these goosebumps. Because at first, when you feel the mosquito and it's not really there, you're like relieved. Oh, it's not there. Then the second time you feel it and it's your hair, it's like, okay, but I keep getting this feeling. And I feel like spirit is trying to get you to pay attention to it. Because there's something toxic around you, or there's a toxic person around you, or there's something coming that they want you to be ready for. Okay? What's hidden when it comes to this situation? Nine of Swords. Someone could be afraid or ashamed of their actions. What's hidden, the thing that's hidden could be whatever's making you nervous, like the cause of your anxiety, the cause of your fear, the cause of your hesitation or reservations is hidden, but you can feel it, okay? Empress and the Eight of Swords. See what I'm saying? The truth is hidden, but you can sense that it's there. The reason why you're worried, you're not sure. You're trying to pinpoint, like, why do I keep getting these feelings? Why do I keep seeing these flashes and visions? It's because things are abundant and flowing right now, but you feel this nervous anxiety that something bad is going to happen or the flow is going to be cut off. You're constantly thinking about the flow being cut off and this fear of the flow being cut off. And it's kind of like, it feels like, it's like you want to tell yourself that it's unfounded, but it's not. Yeah, Ten of Swords. It's weird. There's a mental game that someone is playing here behind the scenes. There's a mental game that someone is playing here behind the scenes and they don't want you to see it. This could be somebody like sneaking off the top. Like if you have a business and you like, why do I keep having to order fucking toilet paper? It's because somebody at your business is stealing your goddamn toilet paper. And they're just skimping a little bit off the top. If you're wondering why your register comes up $1 short, sometimes $2, sometimes it's only 75 cents. It's because someone is slowly but surely skimming off the top. Because they have found what appears to them as this never-ending resource in you. And they're continuing to do these things in a sneaky way to make you lose your fucking mind and slowly but surely crack and crumble under the pressure until they've bled you dry and left you there in the middle of the field with nothing left. I know it might sound dramatic, but Seven of Cups, Page of Wands. You see what I'm saying? Somebody's creating an illusion and creating confusion behind the scenes to cause this mental anguish in the forefront. Even though this is what's hidden, it's like the cause of your anxiety, the cause of your stress. Like, where is it coming from? It's like if you constantly go and look at your bank account over and over again every day because you're worried that your money's just all of a sudden one day going to disappear. There's a reason why you feel this way. There's a reason why this is happening. And it may be that you need to reinforce your foundation. It may be that you need to re-insulate your windows, right? Because if you're having visions that your money is going to disappear one day, you could be intuitively picking up on some type of natural disaster that could cause you to have to shell out a lot of money. And then all of a sudden that vision is true, but it's not true in the way you think. It's true, but it's true in a different way. So your money may not just disappear one day, but if there's a situation where there's some type of, God forbid, an earthquake or a tornado or some type of ridiculous rain, you'll be happy that you invested in fixing your roof. You'll be happy that you invested in reinforcing your windows and the insulation in your house. You'll be happy that you invested in, reinforcing your foundation. You'll be happy that you invested in a fence or some type of protection, security, ring doorbell, whatever the fuck it is. It's not for no reason, okay? What's the Nine of Swords? Even if this is not squatters, this could be animals, squirrels, raccoons, crawling into your house because there's some type of opening that they're able to penetrate. If this is people and relationships, there's some type of opening that someone is able to penetrate in order to access spaces that are supposed to be private and secure. Someone could be coming in your house, looking through your documents and paperwork with sensitive information on it legally. It kind of feels like maybe someone's cyber stalking. I don't know. I don't think you have to be worried about this. I just think that it's like sometimes that's when we feel anxious about things. Like whenever I feel like I have to update my website, which I did recently, it's because I feel like something's off. Helter skelter. And I go in and I look at it and I see, okay, I can update this. I can make this more clear. I can change this verbiage around. because I'm taking the experiences that I've had up until this point with however the website was up until this point, and I'm seeing, okay, this has been a recurring problem. This has been a recurring problem. And then I'm like, okay, this is what we can do to alleviate those problems. That's what this feels like. And I feel that someone who is being revealed to have on a false mask feels guilty about betraying you, and you may not even know what they did. You may not even know that they distracted or stole or deceived or betrayed you in some way. You may not know that they stabbed you in the back. You may feel it, but you don't have proof. You can't really put your finger on it. There's not any solid clarity. You can just sense what's going on behind the scenes. But what's hidden is why you feel that way. But it's because it's like Spirit's way of telling you it's because they're doing this toxic devil card shit. They have some type of affiliation to some aspect of your life that was negative, and they don't want you to know. And even when you find out about it, even if they confess, some of you need to evaluate your levels of forgiveness and whether or not you let this person back in your life. Because I feel like either this month or at some point soon, you're going to see that repetitive behavior, and you're going to have proof of what they did, or they're going to admit what they did. They're going to seek apology and forgiveness, and you're going to have to choose very carefully if you forgive them or not. Because it's blatant at this point. This is blatant disrespect. This is blatant abuse. This is blatant antagonism. This is blatant theft. Ace of Cups, Six of Wands. But see, you don't necessarily see it that way sometimes, Virgo, because I feel like a lot of you guys are, you know, it's like, you know, you're always going to be protected. You know, you're always going to do well. You know, you're always going to come out on top of a situation. But that doesn't mean that you continue to allow someone to fuck with you. That doesn't mean that you accept violence, negativity, or abuse. It's kind of like, because someone knows that you know that you're always going to have everything you need, they are taking for granted the need to respect you. Someone does not respect you because it's like you know that you're going to always have what you need, and therefore you project that out and people see it. And they're like, oh, Virgo's not going to miss this $1 out of their till. Virgo's not going to miss this toilet paper. Virgo can just buy new toilet paper. Virgo's not going to miss this shirt out their closet. Virgo can just buy a new shirt. This could be somebody staying with you, and literally your shit is disappearing. Because they're like, oh, Virgo ain't going to miss this. I can go pawn this at the pawn shop and get me some money. And because they know that you know that you're always going to be good, they don't respect it, and they don't take it seriously, that is a boundary being crossed. And what's hidden is that because you sometimes overlook that boundary being crossed, and you overlook that disrespect, and you lean more towards the side of turning the other cheek, being the bigger person in forgiveness, it's like you open yourself up to that fucking anxiety that comes from people acting like this. And you're trying to figure out why. That's why. Listen. Whew. What is the Ten of Swords? Two of Wands reversed. This person is ashamed of themselves. They know they made a bad decision. They know they did something that was disrespectful and harmful to you, because they saw you as vulnerable. You were open with someone and they took advantage of you. And now they're ashamed that they betrayed you. What's the Two of Wands reversed? Chariot. I feel like they're coming towards you asking for forgiveness because they made a bad decision. Four of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. It's like they wanted to hold on to you by holding on to your shit. I don't know what this is. I feel like somebody's being possessive, obsessive, holding on to you, doing something weird. Or because they were in a bad situation, they came towards you confident that, you know, you would let them in. And now they figured out that that was a bad decision. I don't know what that is. I feel like this could be about a vehicle with a chariot. This could be about like your home, moving and relocating. I don't know. Maybe somebody walked out on a lease and left you with the bills to foot the bill. There's something here that someone... there's a possession that you own. There's something that you own. Whether it's a home, a car, clothing. I don't know what it is. But it's something that you own that someone was reckless. It feels like they were reckless with it. And they were confident that you wouldn't be upset because you could just get more. Oh, let me borrow your clothes and wear your outfit. And, you know, you could just get... even if I rip it and ruin it and break your heel off your shoe, I know you can get more. And they made bad decisions and they ended up betraying you. It's kind of like if somebody... It's kind of like if you're in the passenger seat of your own car and someone else is driving. And then they end up crashing and you're paralyzed now. Oh, you'll be all right, Virgo. That's how somebody would treat you. And I know that sounds, again, excessive, but this is the attitude that someone has. They don't value the things that you own because they haven't paid for them. They didn't work for them. They don't understand. It's kind of like this could even be your child. You know what I mean? Or they act childish because they don't value other people's things. Like, they will lean on somebody's car and be scratching that bitch up and not care because they've never owned anything. They don't know what it's like to have niggas just randomly leaning on your shit. Let me calm down. What's the advice? Ace of Cups reversed. Yeah, this person is going to claim that they love you or that they support you, but they don't. I feel like this is also like a need for you to love yourself. It's about your self-worth. It's about your value and realizing what real love actually is. Apologies are only as valuable as changed behavior. Somebody apologizing and being apologetic and saying they're sorry about something, but then they keep doing it over and over again is not a true apology. It's disingenuous. Because your I'm sorries and your I apologizes don't mean anything unless there is an accompaniment of changed behavior. And I feel like Spirit is trying to tell you that. They're trying to get you to see that. Because somebody rushing back to say, oh, I love you, I love you, I love you. But then they're getting angry at you, yelling at you, beating your ass, putting hands and feet on you, fucking up your house, you know, pawning your possessions. Like, that is not love. And if they know that you don't like it and you've already told them how you feel and they continue to behave in the same manner, it means that they don't respect you. And I feel like Spirit is ready for you to stop tolerating disrespect because somebody is about to come back in trying to bait you into loving them or sleeping with them or being their friend. And they have not changed. the behavior is still the same because they have not put in the work that you've put in. They don't understand how important and valuable things are because they don't own shit. Or they've never been in a position where they own shit. This is somebody who could even be poverty minded. It's crazy. What's the Ace of Cups reversed? Four of Pentacles. I feel like Spirit wants you to release anything that you're holding on to. Okay. Any person who you're holding on to too tightly. Yeah, free yourself or let it go. Because whatever it is creating confusion when it comes to how you see yourself. Because you're sticking around in situations that are beneath you. What's the Ace of Cups reverse? And that's not really like you, Virgo. So it's kind of like, I don't think that it's like you're intentionally doing this. I think it's because like sometimes, you know, like, okay, if someone knows that they're always going to be protected, and it's 1:11 p.m. when I'm filming this, Wednesday, August 27th, okay? If someone always knows that they're going to be protected and God is going to watch out for them, it doesn't mean you go stand in front of a bus. That's what's going on here, okay? It's like your belief, which is, I feel, accurate, that you will always be protected. Everything will always work out the way it's supposed to. Everything will always be fine. It's valuable, but it can also be deceiving because you will let your guard down or put yourself in harm's way at times because you have that belief, and it could cause you to possibly have to learn unnecessary lessons. Knight of Cups, Five of Swords, Five of Wands. See what I'm saying? Somebody is apologizing to you for being selfish, petty, vindictive, vengeful, negative, causing problems, and causing conflict. And they want you to just let it go. They want you to just let it go. And can we just move on and all this other stuff? No, bitch, we can't fucking move on. Look what you did. You stole my laptop. You stole my car. You did whatever you did. No, we can't fucking move on. That's what they want you to do. They want to finesse you. And it's for their own personal gain. And they want you to just let it go and move on and continue to cast this spell of illusion over you to make you think that they love you or care about you, and they don't fucking love you or care about you. They just want to be able to talk to you however they want to talk to you and do whatever they want to do. What's this Five of Swords? The World. I just feel like Spirit wants you to see this clearly. There's outside interference as well. This could be a friendship coming to an end. I don't know what this is. I said something about groups earlier. What's the Four of Pentacles? Six of Swords. Ten of Cups. Five of Pentacles. Five of Wands, Five of Swords, Five of Pentacles. Five of Cups. So this friendship is over. This relationship is over. There is nothing left here for you. I don't even think you really have anything in common with this person for real. You don't even like this person for real. You don't even fuck with this person for real. This could be a situation where some of you are wondering why somebody keeps betraying you. And it's not that you're this way. Everything I explained in this reading, maybe it's not you. Maybe it's these people who you're around who are leaving you vulnerable and susceptible to shit that's attached to them, which ultimately makes the reading accurate. But, you know, I digress. You may be like, oh, I don't do that. And, you know, I don't let motherfuckers drive my car. And I don't let people, you know, just randomly stay in my house. I don't do that. I don't do that. You very well may not. But if you're dealing with somebody who does and is loose with their boundaries, it ultimately reverberates back and affects you. This could be a family member. Every day somebody comes towards you with their hand out. And I feel like the bank is closed, bitch. That's what it's given. Or that's what Spirit's advice is given. They want you to close the bank. And set a boundary. Say no. Because you're going to see someone's true colors. I feel like you're going to see how much someone has been taking without you knowing it. Or you're going to see how much someone has been draining you without you knowing it. Or you're going to see how codependent someone really is and you weren't aware of it. Once you cut off the supply, then the crackheads come out, okay? Freaks come out at night. The crackheads come out in the daytime. They like bold ass roaches. Don't have no couth. Don't have no shame. What else? Anything else Virgo needs to know? Oh, my Lord. The signs that are out here are Capricorn, Taurus, Libra, maybe another Virgo, possibly Aquarius, Leo, and Scorpio. Okay. Envy, resentful, competitive, discontent. So somebody could be jealous. Bitch. What did I say? Someone is trying to convince you that an apology is totally sincere and that was just a lapse in judgment and they're so apologetic and grateful to you. That's a bullshit ass lie. Their apology is not sincere. It's insincere. It's disingenuous. They are somebody who is arrogant and acts rashly and thinks that they can just make up for it by putting a neat little bow on it and saying, I'm sorry. Listen, you can listen to me if you want to, but you don't have to. At the bottom, we have nurturing, mentorship, wisdom, giving back. And I feel like someone is upset or jealous because your life is genuine and theirs is not. They could be living a fake ass life. Or they could be walking a fake ass line. Okay. And as we speak, boundaries. Disrespectful, enough is enough. Defend yourself. If this don't tell you that what I'm saying is straight facts, I don't know how to tell you. You're nurturing a connection with someone who is secretly in competition with you and does not respect you or your boundaries. One more card for Virgo. And I don't want that for you because you don't fucking deserve that. Recharge. Breathe. Let go. Clear your mind. You know, you can forgive. You can forget what people have done. You can move forward. But it doesn't mean that you have to tolerate abuse in your life just because someone apologizes to you and claims that they didn't know what they were doing. Possibilities. Follow your dreams. Make up your mind. Believe in yourself. I feel like you need time to yourself. And we have masculine energy, authority, discipline, father figure. This could be your father. This could be a masculine energy who acts like your father. Saturn. This could also be a lesson with Saturn. Saturn teaches us hard lessons. Depending on what it is, then, you know, depending on your situation, that's how you'll know. Okay. What is this? Envy, apology, and recharge. The Fool card. One more card. Envy, apology, recharge. 9 of Wands. Yeah, you're keeping your cool though. You are keeping your cool. You may be angry inside. You may be bubbling up inside. You may want to just whoop somebody's ass. Okay. But you're going to be the bigger person. And I believe that it's going to pay off for you because you can walk away from this situation without any regrets. And that is what's most important here. It can be settled for you. And no matter what the hearsay is outside, I feel like somebody was just a fucking demon. Yeah. 7 of Cups. You chose the high road because you know that there's so many ways the situation could go down. And you chose, ooh, Virgo. High Priestess and the King of Swords. You might have even let somebody think that they won. You know that movie we saw Enough is Enough. You remember Jennifer Lopez in Enough and how she got the dude when the black guy was training her and he was like, you let him think you're down. You let him think you're out. And that's when you strike. I feel like that's exactly what you're doing. You're implementing a strategy. And I'm not even going to hold you. I'm not going to say nothing about your strategy. Handle business, Virgo. Handle business, Virgo. Because I know this ain't you. I know this ain't like you. Listen, somebody always think they got a one up on Virgo. But that's a fool. Whoever is the fool that think they got one up on you is about to learn a very hard lesson. Anyway, what is the advice for Virgo? I know that's right. Somebody may see your mask fall off because you, okay, let me be quiet. I ain't gonna expose you like that, Virgo, because I respect it. What's the advice for Virgo? Romance. Ooh. Especially if this is a love connection where somebody was doing you dirty and they thought they had one up on you. You about to pop out with your new boo. Let me stop. In the future, I can't help it. Cause I just feel like genius. In the near future, you're gonna have some type of new romance come in. And this person is going to want you to reconsider your decision and you're going to say no, period. But I would say still choose wisely. Anyway, Virgo, thank you for being here. I hope this message helped you guys. Be sure to like and subscribe to continue to catch the vibe, baby. Thank you guys for your support. If you felt like there were messages in this reading that benefited you, please consider donating through Venmo, PayPal, or Zelle. It is very helpful. Please hype up my video, you guys. Get in the comments. Let me know if it resonated. And I will see you all next time. Bye.